Now, as South Africa's official unemployment rate increases to a staggering 30.1%, the far-reaching impact of COVID-19 on businesses, both big and small, has become an ever-growing concern. I think that's fair to say. President Ramaphosa says entrepreneurs and SMMEs present the greatest growth opportunity for our economy and a major source of desperately needed job creation. I want to talk now to Andile Khumalo. He's behind an initiative called I Am an Entrepreneur and joins me now on Friday Lunchtime. Andile, good afternoon to you. If entrepreneurship is the key to saving this economy, I guess you'll tell me we don't have enough of them.
Indeed, we don't. We certainly don't have enough of them in the communities where we need them most. And that is because of the history that we have as a country, because the majority of our people live in the townships and rural areas, and economic activity is centered around big cities and big towns. And that just makes kind of the economic distribution difficult. I was reading a graph that was sent by two friends of mine, Kati Pai and Isaiah Mhlanga, the economist, of the fact that this 51% drop, Jeremy, in GDP levels takes us back to 2007 levels. And that just gives you a sense of how bad the economy is as a result of the impact of this pandemic and, of course, on the economy. But absolutely, the only way you can get this going is through innovation and collaboration, a point also made by the economists. And I'm hoping that we use this crisis and not waste a good crisis, and we use it as the right impetus and drive for us to understand that it's time to stop talking about entrepreneurship as important, and it's time to really do the things that allow it and then give it the wings for it to fly.
Funding obviously is important, but it's also understanding business skills, understanding the broader business environment, the pitfalls. So can entrepreneurs be taught? And that's where you come in. What do you do? Absolutely.
That's exactly what we do. We teach it, because I'm not a believer that, one is born kind of binary, either an entrepreneur or not an entrepreneur. There's many people who build careers in corporate, but they drive that kind of behavior in those environments because they're entrepreneurial. I think every human being has the ability to build something from nothing. Of course, the resilience that's required to kind of see it through is a skill that you can develop and teach. And that's exactly what we and I'm an Entrepreneur try and do. We do that through our enterprise development programs, where we literally avail lectures and webinars to everybody across the country. And thanks, of course, to now this newfound way of communicating, which is online, we are able to place those on digital platforms. We've got one tomorrow where we actually are focusing on funding. And what we've done as an innovation, which is this time calls for that, Jeremy, is that we've been able to place the entire webinar on our website, imanentrepreneur.co.za, that allows everybody to tune in data-free. So from the poorest to the poor in every corner of the country, and frankly the world, you can be able to get the right insights, the right education, the right support to help you build your business into a level of success. And of course, I was watching your show earlier on, Jacques Cilliers talking about the 200 billion guarantee from government. And of course, the banks have got a big job to find a way to deploy that to small businesses. I would have as a guess that the biggest challenge they have is that they've got lending criteria they need to abide by. So whilst the cash is there's not enough entrepreneurs that are bankable for them to lend to. So clearly we have a problem, we have a bridge problem. And that's where we come in as I'm an Entrepreneur. We're trying to reduce the impediments that allow, or that should allow, those small businesses to access that kind of funding. And by the way, Jeremy, it's going to continue forever. It's going to continue where there's going to be funds available, but there's not enough entrepreneurs that are fundable. And that's really talks to the skills, that talks to the ability of those businesses being resilient enough to be able to take bank funding.
Andile Khumalo, thank you very much indeed. I Am an Entrepreneur is the website that you need to visit, and there is another data-free event tomorrow. Thank you for joining us.